how to survive a 12-hour shift. So are you a nurse? Are you anything you're doing in the UK that you're working 12-hour shift per day? Because most of the professions here they work 12 hours. Like most of the jobs you do here is usually 12-hour shift. Whether you're working in the supermarkets, in the hospital as a nurse, as a support worker, as a policeman, and most of these things that you do, it's only a few that work 8 hours. Others are usually 12 hours. So 12-hour shift is usually very common here in the UK, and this video, it can be really draining, and that's why I had to make this video to share with you guys out there how you can help yourself as well, and how I've been able to help myself as well, and see if this helps you to kind of ease the stress of the 12-hour shift off of you. You understand? Number one tip is to prepare ahead of time. You're working tomorrow, you want to make sure tonight you have your bag packed already. I always do this every day. Anytime I'm working, I always make sure my bag is prepped. Like my uniform is kept aside. If you need to iron your uniform, do that night. Make your bag ready, pack the food you're going to be taking to work the next day, make them all ready so that tomorrow morning it eases the stress of you, in having to go and start preparing and arranging all this stuff. So make sure your bag is well packed. If you've not been doing this, make sure you do this the night before. Pack your bag, keep it aside, and then you're well prepared for the next day. And number 2 tip is getting adequate sleep. All right, this is very, very important. This is very, very needed. I know it's very hard for us sometimes because we get back from work, you have a lot to do, you have a lot on your table and all of that, but I can't count the number of times that I've had really, really good sleep, and it made me more cheerful at work. It made me more happy. It made me more, to enjoy work more than compared to when I go to work grumpy because I didn't get enough sleep the night before I go to work. I'm really, really stressed. I'm tired. My head is aching, and I just want to get it done with and all that. So getting adequate sleep, like 7 to 9 hours, average 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, depending around that range, is very, very important. Don't get anything less. Try to know your sleep time, know what works for you. Like me, if I sleep after 12 a.m., I really, really feel tired and grumpy. So the next day, so what I do is I try to sleep before that period. I make sure I do everything I need to do, before 12 o'clock. When you get to work, I think it's very, very useful for you to write out the plan you need to do for the day, everything you need to do for that day, outline it, to make it easier for you. Put the times that you need to do them and put bosses in front of them, and then tick them off when you're done. It makes this really, really fast, because as soon as you tick this, you know that the next time is for days and you have more time in between and all of that. It takes the stress off, sort of eating adequate lunch. You've packed your food the night before, and then you have something to eat. All right, so and also drinking a lot of water. Water helps you to clear all the toxins that can cause you some stress in your head and brain and all that. And I would also say try to delay your lunch. All right, try to delay your lunch, because I know it's very, very, it sounds really silly, but delaying lunch used to help me. It used to help me. If you eat your lunch early, you might feel the day is longer, but it depends on you, Sha. If you're not able to, fine. So eat adequate breakfast. You understand? You have to eat breakfast normally. If you're not the type that eats from home, around 7 you can eat around 11 when you get to work. I think most of the places usually give you lunch break and then breakfast break as well, like breakfast and lunch break. So with your breakfast break, make sure you eat enough, and then lunch, try to eat late. Don't eat it close to the breakfast around 1, and then you start looking at the time that 7 hours time before I close and all that. So if you eat your lunch, for instance, around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, the time that you have to wait is not long again, it's just 3 hours. That's the trick I use sometimes, that when I feel really, really tired and I want to go home, I try to eat my lunch late, so that I know that I work as much as I can, and then eat it when I'm really, really exhausted and I'm starting to feel tired and hungry. All right, because I want to make sure that by the time I'm eating it, I know that I don't have much work to do again afterwards. But if you eat it early, you make use of it, you make use of all the energy that comes from it. I know you might get other food as well, but you might not get break to eat the other food if you want to. Like, even if you get another food, you might not get break to eat that. So delay your lunch as far as possible as you can. The reason you're doing the work, you have that vacations. For instance, you're working extra shift, you know, because you want to go on a vacation next month, you know, you're trying to work extra shift. Put that goal in front of you, write it down if possible, write it on a sticky note, and then, you know, always look at it whenever you're at work. Put it in your pocket and be looking at it. Okay, this is the reason why I'm doing this 12-hour shift. I need to motivate myself to do it more because I want to get this reward at the end of the day. I want to be able to go on this trip. I want to be able to pay my house rent. I want to be able to get a new car, you know, things like that, anything like that. If it's a long-term goal, fine, still do it like that. Say for instance, you know, you're looking at buying a house in the future, next month, next year, and all of that, and this is the reason why you're working. So, you know, let that goal be right in front of you, and always remind yourself of the reason why you're working. That will make you, you know, motivated or feel motivated to work more because you want to get that reward at the end of the day. All right. And also, I would say take advantage of the break as much as you can. Take advantage of breaks as much as you can. Get some rest, you know, take a drink, listen to music, anything you can do to help you relax. You know, relax, do your fun activity at that point. It's not during your break that you start making an argument or, you know, making calls that you plan to do before. Try to get as much rest as you can do other things later. All right, that's that about that. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment